Hello everyone. Today we're going to be showing you how to do a simple ring using our saucer shaped paper beads. So this is what we're going to try to learn today, how to mount it into a ring finding. So this is a painted saucer shape paper bead. We will be using the magazine colors, saucer shape. As you can see, they come in different sizes. We have the big ones, the large ones, and we have the medium ones, and we have the small ones. So what's neat about this project is very easy to do, but then it's so pretty with the paper bead saucer. As you can see, you see how the different swirls, they are all just paper. And this one is so pretty. So I'm thinking we're going to do this particular one today. And we're just going to learn how to cover that with wire like this one, and then put it onto a ring finding. So the materials that we need: the ring finding. I like this particular one because it's kind of like a cup, like a concave shape. So you see how this has like that shape also, and it would just sit nicely on there and on top of the prongs. And the other thing we need is 20 gauge wire. You need the E6000. This is industrial strength glue that's used for jewelry making, toothpick, and the tools. You have the flush cutter to cut your wire, and round nose and your chain nose pliers. So to begin, you just need to cut probably, I'm thinking, just 6 inches of your 20 gauge craft wire. And we're just gonna do a simple, what I call like swirls. So you take your round nose pliers and make a loop like so. Just continue, and then now you have like a swirl. Straighten it a little bit. You get your chain nose and just start forming the swirl like this. So you can have a small swirl, a big swirl, so depends on your preference. So say about that size, and I will just take my chain nose and bend this towards the base. It should lie down like that, and again take your chain nose and straighten this up so it will be kind of like a big headband. So then it's ready to go into your bead. So let me see. See how pretty it is? This is a different color, and if you turn it around, you see a different pattern. So sometimes it's a hard choice. I'm just going to go with this. And the next thing you need to do is, I think you probably just need 5 or 4.5 inches. I cut this too long. So I'm just going to trim it down and take again your round nose pliers and just make a swirl. Same thing we did in the front. Like so. you'll be ready to glue it onto your ring finding. So just make sure it's tight because you don't want it to be moving around like this, for example. So make sure it's tight like that. Okay, now that you got it on there, you're ready to glue it onto your ring finding. So very easy. Just take your E6000 and just squeeze a small amount of glue on there like that. You can make many rings with just one tube of this E6000 glue. So the toothpick is for just making sure that every part of the cup gets the glue. Or you don't even have to do that because it just spreads out by itself once you set this down. So you see, don't worry about whether this is in the middle or not in the middle. Just set it down like that. I'm just going to turn it around so you can see the back of it, just to make sure that it's centered. Like that. And you need, if you have those in your jewelry box where there's a ring holder, just set it down there like that and let it cure overnight. This is flexible and movable, so you can reposition it, but once it cures, it stays on there. So I would let it sit on your jewelry box using the ring holder, and it should be ready after 24 hours. And then you have a nice conversation piece ring.